A 2-decade-long effort to get a Panama City lift station relocated is finally making some progress. Not everyone is satisfied with the plan, though. As News 13's Maggie McGuigan tells us, the environmental concerns are becoming more urgent.
Lift Station 16 has been a source of contamination concerns in the St. Andrews neighborhood for about 20 years. The faulty pump is located on the south end of Drummond Avenue and the shores of St. Andrews Bay. Panama City commissioners have been searching for a solution.
Lift Station 16 has manholes in the middle of the bay. It also is one of the lowest lift stations that we have that often gets inundated with stormwater whenever we have high tide. And so it breaks often. It's one of the worst offenders that we have in the city, but it's also one of the most complex engineering projects.
Residents say raw sewage often floods the bay. Moving the lift station would require relocating it in someone's backyard.
The problem is that nobody really wants this in their backyard, and I agree with them. However, later, as I thought about it, I realized in reality, we've all had this in our backyard since the early 1950s. It wasn't always an environmental concern, but it is now, especially with the storms, a rising bay, and the deteriorating conditions of the pipes and lift stations.
Commissioners say the relocation property selected is the only feasible option, but not everyone is convinced.
There's got to be another location that the grant money can fund to go. I just feel like the out-of-town researchers came in, they found this location, and they were done with it. And y'all went with it. And we were totally blindsided, you know that. But as we've moved forward, we understand, this might possibly be the only location, and if that's the case, we are willing to sell.
Commissioners ultimately prioritized addressing the environmental and health hazards.
We took action to purchase a small piece of property for relocating the lift station while continuing to work with the neighborhood on potential other options. But the reality is it can't stay in the water, obviously. And so we've got to move it north of where it's at.
The city is paying the property owners $125,000 acquired through grants. Commissioners say they will accommodate any landscaping requests the property owners have to hide the lift station. In Panama City, Maggie McGuigan, News 13, Panhandle Strong.
Commissioners say they also plan to install an odor control system.